we started emailing every girl we could think of that might want to do it, and we got together and had a meeting, and it just kind of went from there. We started practicing, and girls started showing up and showing interest, so yeah, it's been really cool.
Because once we have a place, it's easier for us to be a legitimate league, for sponsors to want to give us more money and to help us, because we actually have a place where we can hold events. It's the first thing that I'm really excited about, that it's not like for me to make money or for me to, you know, like it's just for fun, and it's just to go out there and like really learn something. We're all starting to get to that point that we've practiced so much that we're ready to like skate against someone, and we're ready to like, you know, get like the team in Temple to come down here and skate against us, but we can't get them to come down here until we have a place.
I never really knew what derby was until I came out and started watching a few practices, and I saw the girls together, and I fell in love with it. And I ordered my skates, and it took 2 weeks to get them, but I was out here watching every practice. I finally got my skates, came out the first time, fell in love. I've never really did well at any sports. I did softball, volleyball, basketball in high school. I was terrible. I was terrible at all the sports I've ever done. This is the first sport I've actually found a liking for. This is the first sport my heart was into, really.
Essentially, there are 2 teams on the track at one time. Each team consists of 5 girls. 1 girl from each team is a jammer. They're the only scoring player, and the other 4 are and the other 4 players on each team are blockers. But one of them is a special blocker called a pivot, and like for every girl that they pass, that's a point for their team. And if they pass, they also lap the opposing jammer, then that's a grand slam. Yeah. So basically that's where all the hitting comes in, because you're trying to keep the opposing jammer from making it through the pack.
Yeah. I have always loved derby since I was a little kid, and I have always wanted to eventually do it when I got older, and then I found out there was a league here in town and blew my freaking socks off, and I joined up immediately, and I've met a wonderful sisterhood, which is the best thing about derby.
My husband's in Iraq right now, and so it's kind of been a nice outlet for me to hang out with girls since I'm home by myself all day with my kids. I know that I have a ginormous bruise on my hip, and when I told my husband, he said, well, how did you get that? And I said, well, we're not doing skate ballet out here. You know, it's pretty intense. We fall, we roll. So I think a lot of people don't realize that it's an intense sport, and it's a lot of work and sweat and blood and tears.
Started derby because I used to be a figure skater, and I got tired of beauty pageants on ice, so I thought derby might be a little bit more hardcore for me, and I was right.